18-year-old Erich is a mixed martial artist and weightlifter, but he also identifies as a war amp champ.
I've been with the War Amp since I was 6 months old. I've been a junior counselor since I was 13 years old. And I guess I would define my amputation by the technical term is I am a congenital left hand, partial hand amputee. And yes, I've been working with them as a junior counselor for the last almost 6 years.
Erich says he was fortunate to be born with his amputation, where others have lost a limb to a medical condition or possibly an accident. But he says he loves to help others overcome their daily challenges.
You know, I love being an amputee, seriously, I do. It has brought me a lot of, being a part of the War Amps has, especially the CHAMP program, has brought me a lot of peace, it's brought me a lot of courage, it's brought me a different perspective of the world that a lot of other people don't have. But the main thing is it taught me that life isn't always necessarily fair for everybody, and you have to be able to still love life. For me, I've got one of the best jobs in the world. I get to try and help children learn to love life, and that's something I really hope they do embrace, because growing up as an amputee, it's very, very easy to, it's really easy to get down on yourself because things, like I said, aren't always fair. But that's just the first phase of your life. The best part of your life comes when you kind of soar past that and you understand, yeah, things aren't fair, but you can still make your life worth every second. And that's a philosophy I live by, and I think that's a philosophy that the War Amps embraces as well.
Erich uses 2 different devices for the gym. One is for dumbbells, while the other one is a hook device to help him with body weight exercises.
I got into weightlifting, or just like gym fitness, I suppose, when I was 13 years old. And I used that because I wanted to first get into boxing, but I also wanted to get in shape for my football seasons back then, because I used to play a lot of football. And I realized how much I actually loved working out in the gym and watching the progress that your body makes. And I also found it really interesting how each device has its purpose, and each device you have trials with. Like anything else, you don't get something made for you and it works perfect every time. We had to go back to the drawing board several times to find the right weightlifting device for me, and I actually found that really intriguing. I thought that was really cool.
Erich is also a mixed martial artist, but as an amputee, it certainly comes with a unique set of skills.
These days I love, my 2 favorite martial arts would be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. And the thing about having one hand in these martial arts is there are a lot of things you have to do differently than other people. Whether in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, if you're going for certain grabs, whether it be wrist control or certain hooks, you have to learn different ways to do these things to get the upper hand against your opponent, because they can do these things to you and you necessarily can't do that to them. Same thing with like boxing and kickboxing. My boxing glove will, sometimes if it gets caught in somebody's guard, it can slide off, and it can be really frustrating sometimes because I don't have fingers to hold the glove into place, but it's one of those things where I have to learn to get my jab quicker. But like I said, that's just another thing you have to learn to overcome in your time as an amputee.
Erich is a true definition of a champ with War Amps. For Halton News, I'm Kristen Demeny.